Welcome back to Press Review. Let's start by taking a look at today's front pages in the Middle East. Starting in Israel with the Jerusalem Post, which leads its front page reporting that the Housing Cabinet unanimously approved Finance Minister Yair Lapid's plan to eliminate value-added tax on some new homes over the protestations of the governor of the Bank of Israel. The paper also reports on Malaysian Prime Minister Najib Razak announcing that the Malaysia Airlines flight MH370, which disappeared over 2 weeks ago en route to Beijing, crashed thousands of kilometers away in the southern Indian Ocean. From Turkey, the Hurriyet Daily News leads reporting that President Abdullah Gül has said that the Turkish army is on alert in the aftermath of its downing of a Syrian jet amid heightened tensions on the border. It also reports that Prime Minister Recep Tayyip Erdogan has yet again slammed the movement of the US-based Islamic Fethullah Gulen, this time describing it as aspiring and accusing it of entering the harem of those who rule the country. The UAE's Gulf News leads reporting that an unprecedented ruling by an Egyptian court sentencing 529 Islamists to death has raised concerns among rights advocates and drawn condemnation from the new outlawed Muslim Brotherhood. The paper also reports that the annual Arab League summit begins in Kuwait today amid rifts over foreign policy and low-level representation that will likely make it harder for leaders to forge a common stand on regional challenges. From Saudi Arabia, the Arab News leads reporting that a leading women member of the Shura Council has urged the government to provide women parity with men in terms of citizenship rights for their children, retirement benefits and home loans. The paper also reports that the Arab League summit starting in Kuwait today will focus on seeking consensus on the Syrian crisis and smoothing relations between member states, with 2/3 of the summit's resolutions to focus on the Palestine-Israel conflict. The Egypt Independent leads reporting that Tourism Minister Hisham Zazou said the incident of raping a British tourist dates back to the 6th of March and that he was not informed about it until Sunday. The paper also reports that Malaysian Prime Minister Najib Razak has told families of passengers of a missing Malaysian airliner that the plane ended its journey in the southern Indian Ocean. From Beirut, the Daily Star reports that Michel Sleiman, the president, is adamant he should leave the presidency, but says he will continue to work in politics to pass on his expertise to the new head of state, who is expected to be elected in 2 months. It also reports that 2 brothers are being detained in East Lebanon after police found drugs hidden in one minibus and masks and iron bars in another. And now let's take a look at the top headlines from UK papers. The Guardian leads its Middle East section reporting that Egypt has opened another mass trial of Islamist suspects, with 683 defendants facing charges of murder and sabotage. The defendants include the Muslim Brotherhood's top leader. The case comes a day after nearly 530 supporters of ex-President Mohamed Morsi were sentenced to death in the same court. The Independent leads Middle East section reporting that the first of several hundred Syrian refugees will arrive in Britain today. Somewhere in the region of 10 to 20 refugees are expected to arrive in Britain tomorrow morning as part of a government scheme to relocate some of the most vulnerable people fleeing the country's bloody civil war. Now let's take a look at the top Middle East news in international papers. From China, the Global Times leads Middle East section reporting that 13 people were killed and 15 others wounded in separate violent attacks across Iraq on Monday. In northern Iraq, Iraqi soldiers shot dead 2 gunmen who were trying to plant a roadside bomb in the northern part of the city of Mosul. And finally, from Germany, the Deutsche Welle leads reporting members of the Arab League have gathered in Kuwait City for the organization's annual summit. The Syrian civil war and political turmoil in Egypt are to dominate the agenda for the one-day meeting. And for more updates, please visit Levant.tv. Thanks for watching. Join us again tomorrow, and bye for now.